How's it going, everybody? Welcome back. John Bonham here, Cape Cod Wet Shaving. So, you might instantly notice that something is different here. That is correct. I did get a haircut. Long overdue. That's a really stupid joke. Sorry. So, take it in real quick. Doing a different angle. You can see my amazing redneck phone holding apparatus. It is literally an ironing board with a piece of wood on it. Good old Texan in me, huh? I don't have a tripod. Never had a reason to get a tripod. I do have a telescope. I messed around with that. I couldn't figure out a way to get it, rigged quickly. I mean, I'm sure I could have figured something out if I spent half a day. I'm not going to do that. So, I decided to do this. Mainly, two big reasons. The biggest one is this. Oh, gotta work on that. This right here. The holder. And the second was just to see how it looked, if I liked it, etc. So far, so good, I suppose. So, I've been waiting on an email from Will and Barrister and Mann Co. for probably at least 2 weeks now. I was lucky enough to win this in a contest they held on Instagram. It is a prototype soap and splash holder. And I got the first one. I don't know if you can see that letter A. But I've been waiting on an email. I followed up with them and said, hey, I got it. What do I do with it? They said, wait for an email. And I waited. I haven't gotten one. I'm sure I'll get one eventually. So I've held off on showing this. But I decided to go ahead and at least just show it. What could the harm be in that? I hope I haven't breached anything. If so, I really don't want to get sued. Please don't sue me. Sorry. I can take the video down. So, having said that, real quick, I'm going to run through what I'm shaving with. I'm going to be shaving with Iliahi Ridge from Talbot Shaving. And I will be using the matching splash that Sean did from Mal Grooming. My pre-shave was I really got to get these angles down. Pre-shave is going to be the Vanderhagen shave oil, unscented. And then post-shave, aside from the splash, is going to be the American Shaving Co. Sandalwood aftershave balm. So, oh, and razor. Whoopsie daisy. So I won this razor. I'll talk about that here in a second. This is the Parker 69CR. I didn't pick the number. Makes me giggle. I'm one of those guys. And I'm going to be using Parker blades to go along with that because it's a Parker razor. I won this from the Shave Mercantile. Ethan at the Shave Mercantile told me that the open comb is actually pretty mild, so I'm going to try the open comb. I haven't really used it a lot since I've not been doing everything. I've been only doing the neck, so I haven't really done open comb a lot. Whoops. It's quite funny because I got something from Shave Mercantile, and Ethan emailed me and was like, dude, you won. I'm like, awesome. What? He had a contest going on for the release of one of his soaps, his Limeade. I had absolutely no idea there was a contest. I guess I was the first one to procure it, and I won. So that was a nice little bonus. It's an awesome razor, man. I would assume the CR, I don't know if it stands for changeable razor, but here's the close comb with the safety bars. It's nice. It's a Parker. I love Parker razors. Real quick though, so this thing is awesome. I don't know if you noticed, these suction cups, it didn't come with any of that. Just came with the piece. They were smart enough to put 2 holes in the back here. And I bought little suction cups. I had to bend the hooks out a little bit, but no biggie. And was able to hang it on the mirror, which I'm assuming is why they did it. I would have liked suction cups that just went in the holes themselves, but I couldn't find any small enough on short notice. So I did that. The one thing I kind of don't like about it so far, which is really it. I don't understand why I hate anything else about it, but obviously this is Barrister and Mann. I hope I mentioned that. I think I did. It is fitted for Barrister and Mann splashes. There's a mazel nut. However, I went to go put in Chad soap, which fits very nicely. And then I went to do the splash. Doesn't fit. Cap's too small. So obviously they're not going to universally fit it for other splashes. Would have been cool if they did, but you know, I don't think they're going to. So with that in mind, I already got the mind turning on how I can figure that out. I think I'm going to put like a piece of rubber or something up in here. And it kind of goes down at an angle, which makes it look like it's going to slide out. So I'll just take that out in case I bump it. I'll figure that out. I'll have to put something behind it right here. That way it'll, since I did the hooks. But anyway, let me get to shaving. I'm trying not to bump into this thing. I hope y'all are loving the setup I have here. It's so ghetto. But whatever, it works. I don't really care. I am excited about this shave. I've been waiting on Iliahi Ridge since Chad had told me he's going to do it. And this is my first Talbot shave soap with the new base. The V4 base, cemetery base. So, and I like sandalwood. I used to say I'm picky about sandalwood, but actually it's really grown on me. I like it a lot. I've been fortunate enough to try some really good sandalwoods out there. Oh, I didn't tell you, I'm using a Fendrahan brush, badger brush. I haven't used this on camera before. Oh man, and it just gets going. Look at that. And I decided I'm going to use my shave mug here, because why not? I want to do Talbot Shaving soap some justice here, because they have great soap. So yeah, a lot going on here. Sorry it took me 5 minutes to get into this, but I've been wanting to show this stuff for a while, so I decided to do it. So thank you, Ethan, at Shave Mercantile for that. That was a nice little surprise, man. It's a really nice razor. This is actually the first time I'm going to use it. So this is like my 3rd or 4th Parker. I like Parkers. Also, real quick, want to give a shout out and a quick hello to Austin at AA Shaving. I just talked to you yesterday and the day before. We had a nice conversation, man. Hope things are good. Been a while. You've been busy. Obviously not gonna. It's going on thin. I'm gonna thicken it up here in a second. I just want to get something on my face. Obviously you've been busy with what we talked about. I'm not gonna go and do it on here, but thinking of you, dude. I'll probably write you at some point today. DM you. Good talking to you though, as always. I like that grill. He got a grill gifted to him. Instead of doing what you and I would probably do. I don't think I would. But he actually took it and, yeah, I know the nose thing. Haven't done that in a while. He took it and redid it. He repainted the pan, refinished it as a sailor would. I think. That's some coasty stuff. I used to be a decky and a bosun in the Coast Guard, and all we did was chip and paint, rinse, repeat. So I thought that was pretty cool. He sent me some pictures of his new grill he got, already grilled on it. And he said he made a pound of bacon, and I was like, I'm sorry I missed that, man. And he was like, oh, well, yeah, I mean, it's not like I can invite you over. You know, I don't think he understood that I was kidding. He's like, what do you mean you missed it? I'm like, the pound of bacon, bro. I don't know, sorry. That was pretty funny. I'm picking that up for you, Chad. There we go. There we go. Not doing it justice. Trying to get it more yogurty, and there it goes. Oh yeah. There she is. For anyone who has not tried Talbot Shaving's new base, Yummy. Yummy. Oh, look at that going on there. I guess I ended up face lathering more than I did bowl lather. That's all right. Excellent. Another hello I want to give is to Tobin at Tobin's Throwbacks. You and I have been texting back and forth quite a bit. And I wasn't going to say it on here, but I figured it'd be okay since you had already announced it on your own video. But your birthday's coming up, and I just got you a gift that I am hoping you like. It should be here today. In fact, I might get a message from you during the filming of this that you got it. Hoping anyways. So, happy birthday, Tobin. It's not till later. That I won't say. I won't say the exact day, but I will say happy birthday. There we go. Put that up there for everyone to see. It's been awesome talking to you, man. Your outdoor shaves are epic. You're the outdoor shave guy now, I guess. Oh, yeah, Parker razor. Parker blade. First use of the Parker blade. First use of the Parker razor. Open comb, so I might nick myself. Hopefully not. We'll see. Real quick, too, before I start. I want to show... Hopefully it'll show you. I don't know if you can see that blade exposure. Yowza. Yowzy, yowzy. Yowza. Whatever. Whichever. That's a lot of blade exposure. So that was a little intimidating, but like I said, Ethan had told me that the open comb's not that bad. So we'll see. Yeah, Tobin's an awesome guy. You're good stuff, man. You're good people, as you would say. Hope you like your gift. And for anyone who I know who I haven't sent a gift to, it's not that I don't want to, I just simply don't know your birthday. Otherwise I would. A couple people on here I've secretly kept your address. People that I've gotten close to. Not to sound creepy, but for just in case. If not your birthday, then definitely Christmas, know what I mean? But yeah, keep the videos up, Tobin. It's awesome because you're doing the same thing I was told I was doing with my videos. Because people were like, man, you're really opening up. And I'm like, I am? Did not know anything was different at all, but other people did. So... Ethan, you were right, dude. I've checked already. I don't know if you can tell on camera. I've already checked like 3 times because I feel like I kept getting the angle wrong. I'm like, I don't really feel a lot of blade exposure here, or a lot of blade on my neck. I didn't put enough water. It's starting to dry out. Chad soaps do not really dry out. So I did it a little less water than I should have. Bring it down. There. And then another person I would like to say something to is Joe Dean at Subtle Art Soap. I was this close to doing your bay rum with Phil Decker's bay rum. Tobin, you gave me that idea because you had already used John Paul Jones. And Phil and Joe both did an excellent job of balancing out the clove in those. Not really a bay rum guy. If it's too overwhelming, as dumb as that sounds, but they did a great job with theirs. So I think those two together would mesh very well. But where was I? Oh, so Joe Dean, second pass, mentioned that he would like to start doing videos. On YouTube. Anyone who sees this, who knows Joe, hopefully y'all can give him some support. He asked me advice. I was just like, oh, me? So what I told him was, I mean, I don't think I could give a lot of good advice, but I said the two things I promised myself was that I would be myself and I wouldn't edit anything out to make myself look better. If I made mistakes or if I said something wrong, any of that, just keep it in. And I've held true to that. And Tobin had said it perfectly, that if you cross that line once, you're more apt to do it again and again. If you just like do something, you take it out. That's why I don't edit at all. I've experimented on one video where there was like 2 smiley faces, and even then I looked back, I was like, I don't know if I like that. So 16 minutes. Wow. I'm doing good. So the advice I told him that, and then I just said, be yourself. Just before you know it, you'll get more comfortable with it. And then you'll just be yourself, you know. Because that's something on here that I was really careful about. Was not trying to sound like a know-it-all. And it paid off, because a lot of people have told me they can tell I'm genuine, and that means the most to me out of anything you could compliment. Because I tried very hard to be. So they, you know, and I've seen people, now that I've started watching other people, and I'm not going to name names obviously, but I've seen a couple people where I watch them and they just kind of come off as dare I say, douchey. So I know exactly what they mean. So I'm always very quick to say, I don't know what I'm talking about, or I got this wrong, or I messed up here. And it helps me in the long run. And I think if anyone comes across this, looking for videos, trying to get started at this like I did, it'll help them. Because the first people I honed in on were the ones that were human, you know? We're like, whoops, I did this, make sure you don't do that, like I just did. Like, oh, note to self, thank you. So Joe, hopefully you don't mind me mentioning that. I think you should go for it. I think you're a good guy. You're very humble. I've seen quite a few people using your product. Which is good. I think it would just add more to your brand if people saw you and were, you know, I don't know, it's your deal. I'm just, I don't know, voicing my opinion. So I did nick myself. I figured that was going to happen. Oddly enough, not oddly enough, usually against the grains when you do it, I think. Got myself pretty good right here. That's on me. I wasn't really paying attention, I don't think. It wasn't even that bad. It's just a little weeper. her up with Chad's soap again. Do the skin food, which there's loads of it in this. Oh, yeah. I'm doing a giveaway, smack in the middle of it. If you haven't seen, go on Instagram. I'm doing a razor company gift card giveaway, and then Caleb at Aylesworth Razors, hello Caleb, threw in a Rockwell 6S. I put 9S, but it's a Rockwell 6S, still in the box. So there's going to be 4 people who can win. It's a $50 gift card, 2 $25 gift cards in that Rockwell. So if you see this and you haven't entered, just go and check out my page. Enter. 1,000 follower giveaway. Never thought I'd get to 1,000. I remember I still have a screenshot of when I hit 500. I couldn't believe I hit 500. And I've won giveaways. People have been gracious, sent me stuff for free, all that. So I'm a lucky guy on here, meeting people and stuff. So I wanted to give back. Jason was awesome. Hello, Jason. If you end up seeing this by some miracle, because you're a busy guy too. 21 minutes. All right. Let me wrap this up. I'm going to pause this. I got to turn around and pause and unpause, so it'll be a little weird. But give me a sec. I'm going to wash off, and I'll be right back. Hey, guys, I'm back. All right. I accidentally bumped into this when I was drying off, so hopefully the angle didn't change too much. It's kind of cool. You can see a tiny me. Yeah, whatever. Sorry. Easily amused. Squirrel, as Tobin would say. Squirrel. All right. So, post-shave with that stuff, Chad. Woo! I'm like sitting there like, what's going on? I don't know if you've ever seen that prank video that guy did, you know, people did to each other, where someone's at the beach and they're trying to rinse their hair out and someone keeps sneaking up and putting shampoo and it's not coming out, which, by the way, is an awesome prank. Makes me laugh every time. Reminded me of that because I'm sitting there with water like, what is going on here? Oh, man. Wow, guys. Sean and Chad. What a set. It was described as a creamy sandalwood. And cream, that doesn't do it justice. Creamy is at least what it is. Oh, man. Oh, I like it because it's a Hawaiian sandalwood, not an Indian sandalwood. Oh, my goodness. Yeah. There we go. I'm going to wear his cologne too. Okie dokie. Woo-wee. That's some good stuff, guys. Thank you. I don't know. I might not even use this. Alright. I like this stuff because it's not overpowering. I'll do a little bit of it, only because I cut myself there. If you were thinking about this is just released recently. If you've seen it, if you've been thinking about it, go get it. Oh man, it's so good. It's a re-release. It's special to Chad. It's one of his, I think his first one, he said. I'm sorry, man, I should remember. His first release, his first commercial release, where it went to vendors, I believe is what he said. First one I've tried with the V4 base, the cemetery base, his new base. I was lucky enough to test it. I still have the test one. Ugh. I'm not getting rid of that anytime soon. The test jar, I mean. That was remarkable, that stuff, that new base. Oh, speaking of which, if it's all right, Austin, I hope you don't mind me mentioning, I'm expecting Austin's new test in the mail. He's testing a new formalin base and everything too, so fortunate enough to try that out. So thank you, Austin. Really appreciate it, dude. I'm flattered. It's raining outside. We're under a wind advisory. That's not good. Ooh, that's not good at all. All right, I better end this then. Good timing, 25.5 minutes. That went a lot quicker than I thought it would. All right, everybody, so expect this at some point from Barrister. Man, I gotta find a way to point where it's not like right in your face. Yeah, anyway, the holder. When I do shave videos, I think I'll keep doing this. I'll do it a few times. Just display the soap and splash I'm going to be using. But yeah, aside from that, great shave. One terrible, already stopped bleeding. Go and get Iliahi Ridge, the set. You won't regret it. If you like sandalwood, get it. If you like Talbot Shaving, get it. Just get it. It's really good. I like it because it's a really different sandalwood than I'm used to. It's a creamy sandalwood, is what Chad said, and I definitely agree with that. So it's yummy. But thank you guys for watching again. Really appreciate it. Hope this wasn't too ghetto for everybody. I don't care. It works, right? Go with what works, as they say. Talk to y'all soon. See you, whatever. Thanks for tuning in. Really appreciate it. Happy shaving, everybody. Be safe out there. Talk to you soon.